When you think about PC gaming, you picture the good old mouse and keyboard. When you think about mobile gaming, you think of either an intuitive but limited touch-based control scheme or those terrible, horrific on-screen buttons. But the problem with using gamepads on mobile is that you either have to go through the hassle of using primitive and convoluted third-party methods to make the controller you already own compatible with your device in the first place, or you'll have to shove out some cash for a cheap-feeling gamepad that will only work with your specific mobile device. That's where the SteelSeries Stratus XL game controller comes into play, which not only works on Android but on Windows as well. SteelSeries promises that this device will be able to fill in that gap as a premium gamepad that will not only work on most of your Android devices, but also the Steam titles living within your Windows PC. Now, is SteelSeries able to live up to that promise? Find out in our review. Opening the package, we are greeted by the controller itself and two AA batteries to power the device. Under the protective foam, we just have some steel paperwork. Feature-wise, the gamepad connects via Bluetooth and is advertised to have a 40+ hour battery life, which in our testing supports this claim. Weighing at around 288 grams or 0.6 pounds, the controller has a solid heft to it, with face buttons on the top right, a functional yet mushy D-pad accommodating the bottom left, twin joysticks occupying the bottom of the controller, and home, back, and forward buttons in the center, right below the LED notification light that tells you the status and remaining battery life of the controller. On the back, we have an on and off switch along with a battery tray. On top, we get two triggers, two bumpers, a battery indicator button, and a connect button. Looking at the design, the controller is very reminiscent of both the Xbox One gamepad and the PS4's DualShock 4, with a build quality that matches. Size-wise, the Stratus XL is around the same size as the Xbox One controller. On Android, the controller runs very well with little to no noticeable input lag on the games we tested, including Shadowgun, Implosion, Asphalt 8, FIFA 16 Ultimate Team, and LEGO Batman Beyond Gotham. Some games though, like Shadowgun, required control remapping before the gamepad would work. A useful feature the Stratus XL offers is the ability for the controller to be used as a mouse natively when you click down on the twin joysticks for about 5 seconds. This pleasant experience, for the most part, also transfers to PC, more specifically to Steam games, thanks to the native X input support. Action games such as Hitman Absolution and the original BioShock play flawlessly out of the box, with indie titles that have full controller support, like the Stanley Parable, play just as well on the Stratus XL. There was some noticeable input lag on some games, however, such as with the original Dark Souls without any mods or player-created patches. Having said that, based on the input given from other players, this might actually be a problem with the PC port of Dark Souls itself rather than an issue with the gamepad. Now, going back to the question as to whether or not this $60 controller is worth your time, well, it depends. If you want something for competitive play, go with a mouse and keyboard. What's wrong with you? If you want a gamepad for just casual play, on the cheap, and don't really mind having to deal with wires, then go with the classic wired Xbox 360 controller. But if you want a controller that is well built, sturdy, convenient, and has the versatility to run on both your Android device and Windows PC, then the SteelSeries Stratus XL might just be for you. We give the controller a 3.5 out of 5.